is a certified muscle mommy moment. Chase the pump, chase the gains.
Hello, my ghouls with guns. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shay, aka the Buff Vegan Witch. And here we have little Watson. He is another new addition to our family. But today, I'm kind of all over the place with this video. I haven't filmed in a minute, as I'm sure you guys know. Things have just been a little crazy. I guess we could start with a little life update before we jump into the video. So I was delivering for a dispensary for 3 years, and I loved the job, but they were just petty as hell with money, and, they just weren't, they weren't giving me what I needed for, the amount of time that I had worked there, you know? So, besides all the other BS, I decided to switch careers. I had run into somebody that I am friends with at the gym, and he kind of just started this new job as an iron worker, and he was like, I think you do really well at it, and I was like, oh my god, this is a huge change for me, but I have to do something because this Planet 13 job is not working out. So I was like, all right, let me try it. And I did it for a month. And one of my friends had posted on her Instagram, my feet hurt or something, a picture of her heels. And I was like, oh, where are you dancing? How much are you making? Is it really worth it? And she kind of talked to me a little bit about it, and I scheduled an audition, and I got the job. So a month into doing iron work, I decided absolutely not, and joined a strip club. So here we are. I've lived in Vegas pretty much my whole life, and we are just now stripping. But I kind of wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my experience. I've been doing it basically a month now, a little bit over a month, and I kind of wanted to I don't know if I could I'm even validated to give tips or advice, but I feel I have a decent feel for the environment, and I kind of just wanted to speak a little bit about it on my end, because I feel as a bodybuilder and as not necessarily a more dominant woman, but just a woman that comes off a little bit more unique, I guess, so to say, than that typical stripper. I kind of just wanted to give my 2 cents on the matter, and kind of just an overall of what I think about it and some tips, and yeah, just kind of go from there. So, longest introduction ever. By the way, Merry Christmas. Do you guys like my sweater? It says Merry Christmas, and then at the bottom it says, we're here to fuck shit up. And that's kind of the mantra you want, going into the club, right? We're here to fuck shit up. You just, think of Step Brothers, and you're boats and hoes, we're here to fuck shit up, you know? And then you just make your money, and that's how it happens. No, but, so first things first, when I auditioned, I legit had no experience on a pole, no experience dancing, literally, this was my first time ever, and I have the worst stage fright. Oh my god, I actually cannot when it comes to public speaking and getting in front of people and doing stuff, oh my god, it just destroys me, especially if I'm by myself. So... Going in there, I, like I said, had no experience on a pole, whatsoever. I was, incredibly nervous, and I work at a fully nude strip club, so it wasn't even, I was even stressed about getting naked in front of people, because, I'm an adult, and I've done that, 1,000 times, and I do that for, OnlyFans and stuff, so, that part was not, a big deal, but for me, it was, I don't know how to dance, I don't know what to do, I'm going to look like an idiot, I am a bodybuilder, I am not graceful, what am I gonna do? So I YouTubed the shit out of everything, right? And I'd say that was kind of my, that would be my first bit of advice, is if you've never danced before and you don't have access to a pole, or, you know, you need to make the money before you can get one. Although I would recommend just getting one and practicing at home before you go in, if you don't have the means to do that. Like I didn't at the time. YouTube, just like learn all the little bits you can learn, because when I walked in there and I had no idea what I was doing and I got on the pole and like they were like literally the guy came up to me and he was like, yeah, you looked on YouTube. And like that may sound bad, but I got the job because it proved, like it showed that I took initiative and I was trying even though I had never done it before. So I'd say like that is like my biggest tip, is walk in there and just at least like, if you're not good at dancing yet, at least just show them that you want it, right? Prove to them that you looked up some stuff, or you know, make the eye contact. Like that is really the biggest thing I've noticed as well. Like as I've gotten on stage more, I still don't even have a pole at home yet, and I really need to get one at this point because I've been on the pole enough at work to like know my way around it a little bit. The more I've practiced and the more like I've gone on stage, the more comfortable and confident I felt like doing pole tricks, even though they're not even like real pole tricks. They're just like things that I'm like, let's do it, you know? But I think like my biggest thing about being on stage and getting a job and then getting clients when I'm on stage, even though I might not be like the coolest pole acrobat person, is eye contact. So you get out there and you just give them a like, I'm gonna fuck you eyes, and like you make it happen, because also you want to do it like true to like who you are. So like for instance, like I go by Morticia in the club, that is my stage name, and I embody Morticia. Like I am the sexual I don't even know the word, like temptress, goddess, like, you know, Morticia is just so sensual. That was the word I was looking for. Sensual and sexual, and she's just like the queen, and she's just like, I'm not scared of anything or anyone, and I am like going to be treated like that. So I walk around with that attitude and I talk to people with that attitude, but at the same time, I'm also just myself. I'm fun, I'm easygoing, everything's a joke. Guys really like that I'm different. Guys really like that I'm a bodybuilder. Guys really like that I did construction. And those are typically the guys I'll go for, you know, like the muscle heads, or like the guys that look a little bit more like rough around the edges, that I could probably tell maybe have had some experience in construction, or, you know, or like the really nerdy guys. The nerdy guys are a bit more hard. Like I thought they would be easier to like be more of like my type of crowd, but it's actually like the rough, like hardcore guys, and they love the domination stuff. So, you know, you have to cater to your crowd. And I know this video is like all over the place, but that would be like whatever second, third tip is, own your stage name. So like whatever you create as your stage name, kind of make that like your character, but also like embodied in who you are. So for instance, like I chose Morticia because I could really see her in me. I have a lot of that sensuality. I have a lot of that, like, I'm top dog, but I'm not full of myself. I'm up there because I know I've worked hard to get up there, and, like, no one is going to bring me down because, like, I'm just too good for that. You know what I mean? Like, so I have that, like, Morticia inside of me. And so at the club, when I combine this character, but also like this character of my stage name, but also who I am, it's just like the perfect combination. And people are like, wow, Morticia, like that's perfect for you. So, you know, and like I also joined like during slow season. Like that's the other thing. Don't expect to make like thousands and thousands on thousands of dollars like every night. Like I thought strippers like made good money, and like don't get me wrong, it is good money, but like there are slow seasons, and like sometimes you will walk out of there without a dance, and it sucks, you know, but you just have to understand that that's kind of part of it. You can't ever guarantee that you will make money, especially during like December and like the slower months. Like it's dry and people are there to not spend money. So keep that in mind as well. You're not just going to be making billions upon billions and thousands upon thousands and all the money in the world, but it is good money. But I don't really necessarily hustle maybe as much as the other girls. So, and I don't really know if this is like a tip, but this has just been again, my experience and what has worked for me the last month, a little over a month that I've been doing this. I've noticed that most girls, which is fine, you're there to hustle and you're there to make money, right? But I've noticed that most girls will talk to a guy for like 5 minutes and then ask him to go dance. And I have a hard time doing that because like I want to earn my money and I want to feel like I'm providing like a good service, like good customer service. You know what I mean? I don't just want to be another one of these strippers coming to all these guys' laps, like money, 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 like after 2 seconds, right? So I sit there and I talk to them for like 15, 20 minutes. And I usually, I don't ever have to ask for a dance. Usually if I spend that time with them and they get to know me and they're laughing and they're having a good time and they're telling me, you know, how funny I am and how fucking cool I am and blah, blah, blah. Typically, they, on their end, after getting to experience me for a little bit of time, will ask me for a dance. So that's kind of nice too because I'm not pushy and I'm not a salesperson. So it's very hard for me to talk to someone for 2 seconds and then be like, let's fucking go dance. If I talk to them and I build a little bit of a rapport with them, then I know that they actually want the dance. They didn't feel pressured to get the dance. They are actually having a good time. They are into the dance that I am going to provide for them, not just another one of these girls. And I think like going back to, again, being unique and I'm the only bodybuilder in the club. I am the only girl that is jacked. I'm the only girl that also has the spooky element. Like, there's a lot of, like, gothic girls, but, like, combined with everything else that I bring to the table, it's just, like, you have to set yourself apart. You don't just want to be another one of the girls in the club. You want to be the person that catches the eyes, and you want to be the person that gives the eyes back to those people. Because eye contact, I'm telling you, it's the #1 thing that is going to sell your dances. Every single time I get off stage, all the guys are like, you had the fuck me eyes, you have the wild hair, you have the messy hair. And everybody in the club is like, you're the only one that can pull off messy hair like that. And it's true. Like, it's just, I like big, messy, after sex hair just all the time. And some people are probably like, she needs to brush her hair, but other people are like, that fucking girl is fucking crazy, and I love it, like the good kind of crazy, you know? And like mixed with like the Harley Quinn tattoo, and it's just like I set myself apart, and I'm like, I'm not trying to brag, I'm just going off of what people have told me and it like what has worked for me. But if you are going to be that different of a person, which for me, it's not even that different, it's just who I am. But if you're going to try and strive for a different kind of look than every other person in the club, you have to own it. You cannot walk around like timid and shy and whatever. You have to own it. You have to be there like, I am fucking top dog, I am Morticia, I am queen, you know, and like, I'm making my money, but I'm also having fun doing it, because that's the thing. You don't just want to be like, do you want to dance? Do you want to dance? Da, 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 let's just go up. Like, I try to find guys that like I find at least somewhat attractive, right? They don't have to be like what I would typically go for, but like, if I'm gonna give a good dance, like, it's, you know, I don't just want to give dances to everyone. Like, I want to give dances to the people that are going to appreciate what I'm doing for them, and kind of vice versa. Like, I want to be able to appreciate the money that they're giving to me, because I know that I earn that money, and it's money that is like for me and not just for another stripper, you know? And like, you want to create that memorable experience. Like, you want to be the one girl, like I keep saying, you want to be the one girl in the club that's just going to be like, wow, like, I will never forget the stripper experience, because there is no other stripper like you. And again, that is also just a part of who I am. Like, I just am that girl that's very different. I am that girl that kind of sets myself apart. I've always been that way. I've always been a little freak. So you just kind of have to find your niche and your like thing that sets you apart, and kind of just go with it, and just like make it like this, you know, instead of like this, if that makes sense. So yeah, my like when it comes down to it, just like the biggest thing is like eye contact, confidence, pretend that you know what you're doing, even if you're not. Well, you want snuggles? He's crying. Oh no, cry. You want snuggles? Oh, he's so snuggles. He's so cuddly, this little baby. We're so snuggly. So yeah, eye contact, confidence, even if you have no idea, you've never been on a pole before in your life. Confidence when you're speaking to people too, not the at least for me, and I don't really play this game because this is not who I am. If this is who you are, then guys might love it and think it's very cute. But again, just the whole giddy stripper, hi, how are you? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Wow, that's so cool. Da-da-da-da-da. Like, that's, oh my God. I hear these girls and I just want to like scream. I'm like, that's fucking annoying as hell. Oh, and then they're talking like in the back and they're like complaining. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, so at least like if you find that shit annoying as fuck too, just talk to them like they're normal people. Talk to them like they're, you know, your buddies and you're all out for a beer. Like, don't like just don't hyperextend everything. Be your stage name, kind of, you know, whatever you pick as your stage name, become and embody that while like bringing all the aspects of yourself that you would normally maybe tone down in the real world, bring that to life in the club. Be different, be expressive, laugh, have fun. Another like big tip that I would say, like, don't drink. I kind of like have never drinking as much in my life, like ever. I started because I was so nervous and went up for my audition. I was actually like shaking. I was so nervous. And they were like, you need a shot. And I was like, at this point, yes, I do. And so what happened is I took those shots and I got on stage, and the confidence that the alcohol gave me, after experiencing that, it's very hard to step away from being confident without it. And I'm not talking about like being confident in myself or walking around and talking to guys. I'm talking about getting on stage. I have a broader idea of what to do when I get on stage now. So I don't think it would be as difficult for me, but it's still like just nerve-wracking as hell. And if I'm not like plastered, it's so hard for me to like get up there and like believe it. So a big tip for me would be like, just don't even start that. Like, honestly, just get over the nerves first, because if you use it as a coping mechanism for the anxiety, it's very hard to work sober. So I would just steer clear from that, period. But yeah, those are kind of like my biggest tips, you know. Just do you, and also like own that shit. Like, who fucking cares that you're a stripper? Like, literally, who fucking cares? Like, if you're out there and you're making your fucking money and you are doing what you have to do to live the lifestyle that you want to live, fuck them. Fuck what people think. Literally, like, you have to. Because even me going in there as a bodybuilder with messy hair and you know, black lipstick and whatever else I want to bring to the table, people are gonna talk. People are going to talk no matter what, and people are going to talk shit no matter what. They're going to talk behind your back. They're going to talk bullshit about you. They're going to say you're too this, you're too that. Nothing I'm not familiar with hearing as a female bodybuilder. However, I have my niche in there, and I've made a lot of money because of it. And there's a lot of guys that want to be dominating. Guess what? I'm the only stripper in there that can do that shit. And those girls have to direct them to me. And there I am making that money that they could have. So who gives a shit? You do you. You do what makes you happy. You be yourself, and you're gonna make money. Like, it's a strip club. People are drunk. You're in underwear. You're hot. You're gonna make money. And as far as like outside of the club, what people think, again, like, who fucking cares? Do you, be yourself, make your money, and like it's literally as easy as it is. Like, I have no shame. I have no shame. Like, I just don't. I have no shame in anything, you know. I'm very upfront, very honest, very blunt, and I have no shame in doing what I need to do to live the lifestyle I want to live and to get me where I want to go in life. And anyone that's gonna come in your way about that or give you shit about it, honestly, can get out of your life. But, you know, that's me. And yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little like rambling like conversation with this little puppy. Sorry, I'm like in my sweats. I'm in my Christmas sweater. I just wanted to pop in and finally make a fucking video because it's been so long. I'm just always concerned about every little detail, so I just never end up filming. And I just said, fuck it. Like, we're gonna go on there today and we're gonna do what we're gonna do. And yeah. So I hope you guys learned something. If you have any questions, please let me know down below. If you have any, like, if you are a stripper and, like, you know, you're way more experienced than my 1 month in, I'll probably make another video, like, in a year, like, oh, 1 year stripping. But honestly, like, this is what's worked really well for me so far, even during the dry season. And yeah, I figured I'd just kind of share my experience and, you know, take everything I say with a grain of salt, but also, like, try it out, see if it works. Or, you know, if you're just interested in what I've been doing, that's the situation. But anyway, we hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. And again, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry that this is so all over the place. And I will see you guys very soon. Stay vegan strong.